Hello. It would be quite easy and similar to my previous recordings to give you a full detailed explanation of Parashat Acharei Mot, the Torah portion that we read on the morning and afternoon of Yom Kippur, with all its rituals regarding the way in which Israel atones for transgressions, as well as the afternoon reading with all its union prohibitions. I can also give you some details about Parashat Kedoshim, which comes together with Acharei Mot this Shabbat, and speaks of Kedusha, of sanctity, and how to acquire that. And we could summarize that as God asking the people of Israel to be kind and to be separate from the rest and to be sacred in what they do, as God is also considered to be sacred. We could do that. But this morning, I would like to give you a different take. I would like to give you a little information and a parable from the Kotzker Rebbe. The Kotzker Rebbe is a famous Hasidic master that lives in Poland. And in his life, he helps the people of Israel with great ideas and great parables. And some of them you probably know, and if I mention them, you will recognize them. So, for example, very well known parable the Kotzker Rebbe is, where is God when God is allowed to come in? Very nice. Of course, we could say, well, God is everywhere that way, possibly, but not everywhere. It's only when we allow and permit God to come in. That's much, much powerful. If I am I because of I am I, and you are because you are you, then I am I and you are you. But if I am I because you are you and you are because I am, then I am not I and you are not you. That's a more complicated, but basically another of his fabulous sayings. Just as it is the way of the ape to imitate humans, so too a person, when she has become old, imitates himself and does what his manners have done previously. In other words, most of us at some point in life, either consciously or not, become satisfied with who we are and what we have become. As such, we cease to strive towards attaining greater spiritual heights, and we are content to live out of the remaining days as a mere imitation of ourselves. That's a great saying from the Kotzker Rebbe. Don't remain stale. Be hungry and continue searching for spirituality. Another one, a person must renew himself, herself, and his or her world with him or with her each and every day. But one who does not do so and rather performs the deeds in a mechanical function does nothing other than the action of a monkey. Just as the monkey has no personality, rather copies actions, so is it with the person. Not all that is thought needs to be said, said the Kotzker Rebbe. Not all that is said need to be written. Not all that is written need to be published. And not all that is published need to be read. Humans must guard themselves and their uniqueness and not imitate his fellow human being. For initially, we were creating in God's image, and only after that image we have followed our lives. And those are basically his major sayings of the Kotzker Rebbe. In terms of Parashat Acharei Mot-Kedoshim, the Kotzker Rebbe has a beautiful parable that I would like to read to you. It's talk about the idea that we are born with or acquire certain personality traits through our life. Some like kindness, compassion, benevolence, and love. But we also acquire other traits of personality which are not that great. We acquire anger, we acquire oddness, we acquire other things that are not very positive. And the Rebbe explained this to his disciples, and one of them, after he delivered this long explanation about personality traits, one of them says, Rabbi, I have one terrible bad trait. I tend to doubt God's existence. And the Rebbe says, well, let me help you. Yeah, says the guy, because I am a little bit of a heretic, and I'm an Epicurus, as we say it. I tend not to trust or believe in God. And after a long pause, the Rebbe, the Kotzker Rebbe said to him, the next time a poor person comes to your door and asks for a large contribution for his needy family, tell him that you do not trust in God. Don't say, have faith, God will provide from heaven, but rather show this person your lack of faith and announce to this person that you're right, God will not help, I will help. Then the Rebbe said firmly, proceed to give this person a generous gift if you don't trust in God. It's a great parable. It's a great saying. It's a great answer that makes a point that, after all, it's not about faith. It's not about what we personally have inside of our souls that we believe or not in God, but rather it's about mitzvot. It's about the good things we can do for society. And I think Parashat Acharei Mot and Kedoshim bring that about very clearly. We might have all the rituals to try to attain forgiveness from God on Yom Kippur. But even the prophet Isaiah said, if we don't go outside of our walls of our synagogues and treat people with decency, with justice, if we're not kind to people, then faith, religion, or whatever we consider sacred is not going to be that important. Kedusha, sanctity, is found in the behavior that we have with our fellow human beings. So I wish you a good Shabbos. I hope that you can join us for Friday night, now that we are open, at least for 100 people, and on Shabbat morning as well. So please join us in person so we can have a minyan, and also on Zoom, as we will continue transmitting for those who are unable or prefer to remain still in their homes. I wish you a good Shabbos and have a wonderful, wonderful week and Shabbat. Be well. Bye-bye.